see if we get any. All right, and it might be a little tall. Trying to see what's best. Sorry for anybody who's watching it back. What's up? Sorry, I'm trying to get this camera fucking angle right. What's good, y'all? I'm just setting up my dye bottles right now, nothing special. I'm just gonna shoot the shit with Del while I'm doing that. Thanks for popping in. I know I've been gone for a minute. But YouTube is gonna get super consistent for me. I've just been missing playing with everybody on here, so. These bottle tops are so small, it's really kind of annoying, but my other bottles with the big openings leak, and so I'd rather put up with a little finesse work than not have my bottles leak. For what? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, no, I've tried that. I've tried that before. But the bottles that I got, like, I was trying to get the cap on tighter, and it actually busted the lid. Let me see if I can find one. I got them all switched out, but yeah, when I was having an issue just from squeezing, that's what I did. Use that Teflon tape. I didn't know the name of it. I know, I just say the white plastic tape. So thanks for the info. Oh, here are the bottles. And there's a crack right up here, so I have to just toss that shit. Oh, look at that Teflon tape. These are officially glue bottles, I think. What's up, family? 14 people chilling. I'm getting ready to dye like 7 shirts. I probably won't be on here for all of them, but I'm gonna try to get through a few. I guess you guys don't need to see me mix or pouring this shit in here, so unless you want to see it, someone can let me know, but I gotta figure out how to get some music in the background. I won't play through my phone while I'm on it, obviously. We're almost there. Like 3 more. Oh shit, I forgot that color. Oh. Anybody working on anything fun, creative wise? We're almost there. I only got 2 more colors and then I can start dyeing. Shit. What design you working on? There's that. Here comes the sun. What design are you tying up, Westwood? Love that. That's what I like to hear. Much love to you, brother. Thank you. Y'all are fucking incredible. Really appreciate you. Last color, and then I'm gonna start throwing this shit on there. Throwing these rainbows down. How do I get back to my chat now? Alright. No, I really appreciate you, man. I honestly, I don't think I've ever got anything on live videos. So I really appreciate you popping it off. I wasn't sure. I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on because I ain't never seen it before. That's really sweet of you, man. Making people's days out there. I appreciate it. It's reflected right back at you, my man. All right. I gotta take you away from my beautiful face now and get you looking at the shirt. I think I could see comments still. I'm gonna have to tell a duck. Or a duck. All right. This is the only white shirt from the batch of shirts I'm doing. The rest are reverses. I've already discharged them. They're ready to go. If you guys have any questions about anything in regards to dyeing or anything, really, just feel free to speak freely on here. That's just water that I'm spraying on there so it breaks the surface tension. And I think, let's see, I really kind of messed up. I should, okay, I'm gonna have to mix some dye. I forgot one color. And I think I'm just gonna do the rainbow on this one. I was gonna do my green color palette, but I forgot amethyst, which is part of it. So I'm gonna do that on a different shirt. Feels good to be finally getting back into this shit. I was missing for months, dealing with a lot of heavy human shit. But the space away, it was a good detox from online. I wasn't on Facebook or Instagram. I was on YouTube to watch shit, but not a whole lot of interacting online, which felt really good after 7 years. So. Oh, I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, people have been awesome. Not everyone, which is fine. It's just where people are and how they're seeing how anything went down from their perspective. But the love has been felt so deeply. It's really, really cool. I think that's enough yellow for now. Let's see. I have one on. Hang on. See if I have any hanging up here. Yeah, I'll just show you one that I got on. This is a reverse dye I did. This is ice dyed and done with bleach instead of white bright, which is what I typically use now. But I really like the look of the bleach and the ice dye together. And then here, I got y'all on here. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show a tapestry I just done. This one I just finished up. Thanks, appreciate that. But yeah, I like to do both. I've been working with white bright just because it goes better with the vibrant colors, and a lot of people were into that. But a lot of people, when I first started doing reverses, this is all I did is this type of process. For years we did that. Screen's thick. I know it ain't gonna do anything like this transfer right here because I've done it enough where it's doesn't fuck with it at all. I mean, if you're trying to keep your yellow absolutely yellow, then yeah, but the way my psychedelic designs are, the color can layer on top of itself. But yeah, it drives me fucking crazy still. I wish it wouldn't happen, but it's impossible when I'm grabbing the shirts and dye. But you learn to let go of that because, first of all, it doesn't do anything. And second of all, it doesn't do anything. Let me say, it used to drive me crazy. I guess it don't so much anymore. Compare yourself to who? I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Sorry, I smoked a nice fat joint before getting in here, so I'm a little delayed. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys being here for real. We get some background noise somehow as well. Let's see. Yeah, I just kind of feel the shirt, and just from doing it so often and for so many years, I just kind of know what it feels like. Um, because if I get it close enough, like there's a wide range to work with, because I'm also using the pry method that puts the soda ash on, and that will fill white space too. So if you're not completely saturated with the dye at that point, but you're close to, you're good. So, and if you go over, it doesn't really matter unless you go over a real lot. But for the most part, yeah, I just kind of feel where the shirt's at and the heaviness of it. And you can also tell because some spots will just, you can press on them and you can see the dye kind of draw back out of the cotton. So I'll do that. You'll see me do that towards the end. I'll be poking and shit on it. I'm sure there's some people out there that do though, count ounces and what they know exactly how much goes in the shirt, but maybe not. But if I had to guess, there's always that very technical person. That would, I think, would take the fun out of it, trying to keep track of that shit. And yeah, I have my dye recipe on one of my tutorials. I'm sure maybe you haven't seen it, but um, not right after. It doesn't always have to be right after. I mean, there's been shirts that sat hours for me before I've done them, because I do a few at a time. Um, I'm sure it has a different effect on it, or it affects the final product differently, because everything typically does. There's so many variables that you can play with tie-dye. So you should do a test one day and see if you can notice a difference. I haven't really paid that close attention, but I'm sure it does, you know. Then after the pry method, I usually bag it up and then put it in my dehydrator for 3.5 hours. And after the 3.5 hours is over, the shirt can be opened up at that point, because the dye is fully set. It's already chemically bonded with the cotton. Oh, okay. What up, Alex? Um, yeah, you're probably right, because the fucking liquid's a little more fluid uh, when it's probably done right away. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It gives me something to talk about. Trust me. It's fun to share that shit because um when Louisa was Louisa and I were together and she was doing the tie dye too, we would have a bunch of people over every other year, I think. We'd invite like 20 people over, and they would stay the week. They'd get bed and breakfasts and then meet at our house. And just hearing everybody's different perspective on it, like leveled me up big time, as far as like knowledge and shortcuts. And so I appreciate the question for sure. I saved so much time and energy, or I learned to save so much time and energy through other people's methods or processes, tricks. Um, yeah, it was a really fun time. Okay, Westwood. All right, I got you now. Now I putting two and two together. I it's hard to fucking remember everybody's screen name on top of their regular name, but now I'll know for sure. Issue. Yeah, right. Always remain teachable, man. That's a big one for me. Um, and I'm sure it's a big one for everyone. I mean, we always think we're right about something, uh, and then your mind closes down if you already know the fucking answer all the time. You know. Huh. My first layer on the shirt's almost done, and then I'm gonna go in and start placing colors on top of colors. I mean, I've done a little bit of that already, but just gotta get the purple on. The purple always is in my second layer. Sometimes, um, no, I appreciate you being here, man. Ah, thank you so much. Like I was telling Mike, who sent some money earlier, uh, this is the first time I've received money during a live, so appreciate you guys. Oh, I don't. I think what I was saying is my purple. I typically always go second layer with my purple because it goes over everything so nice. Um, but every once in a while, if I'm doing a purple based shirt, like my main color's purple, then it'll be in the first layer of dye. But for the most part, it's on the second. Just covers everything so good. Can be real haphazard with it. We're getting there. It's gonna start getting, how do you elect them to before you rinse them? So, I was explaining earlier, I use this method called the Pria method. I'm gonna mix soda ash, with boiling water and then pour it over if you're not familiar with the, process. I'm gonna be making a tutorial on it because it's in some of my videos, but this way you can just look at the Pria method. Um, and then I put them in a dehydrator wrapped up in a bag and at 165. From there, it chemically bonds the dye with the fabric. And I've tried an hour, I've tried 2 hours. I think like the sweet spot where I like to go is like 3.5. You can do more, but at 3.5, it's not going to get any brighter. It's not going to set any different. It's a chemical bond that happens between the fabric and the dye. So after that, I can rinse it. They typically tell you to wait 24 hours to rinse shirts. So if I was just doing the Pria method and setting it aside, not putting it in a dehydrator, I'd recommend probably overnight. Like overnight's probably fine. You could wait the 24 hours, but I don't know that there's a huge difference. I guess I've never like tested it like side by side to see, but oh my God, look at all that white. And thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I'm talented, and thanks for being here and hanging out. Not sure I understand. This shirt kind of is giving me a little trouble to get it saturated past the first layer. I don't know if it's just that dry on the inner layer, but I'm just cracking the shirt open a little bit and seeing where it needs more, and I'll start going over colors that I've already laid down with the same color, seeing that it doesn't look like it went really deep into the shirt. When they're this thick, there's like, it takes a little bit of time to make sure your shirt's fully saturated. A lot of times the dye flows right in, but every once in a while you get a stubborn fucking shirt. See, it looks completely dyed and there's white all in there. So, typically the dye will go right past that barrier, but these shirts have been sitting for quite some time. And sometimes if you don't pre-wash them enough, it will really give you a hard time because there's still chemicals on it from the factory. I typically wash all my shirts like 3 to 4 times before I even think about folding them, because I have had some like shirts that are just nightmares, and then when you do open them, no matter how much dye you thought you put in, it's all sitting on that top layer, just like layering itself on top of the other color. So it's just like real dark in one spot, and then you'll oh yeah, I'm making tie-dye here. I'm not making a shirt like this, but this one's a white shirt. I think it's just a psychedelic fold. And yeah, spirit armor. That's what it is. Oh yeah, wait. Okay, I got you. I'm trying to read these comments and make note of them while still trying to like keep my head in the creative portion. But yeah, I mean, I've heard of all different methods to heat them up. I used to use the dehydrator to dry my reverses, like the bleach reverses. I dye dry, and if I'm doing a liquid reverse that I use white bright with, I dye them wet, but when they're this thick and they're full of water and they need to be dried, that dehydrator will do it in like 12 hours. And before I got the dehydrator, it used to take like 2 weeks to dry a fucking batch of shirts, so I had to figure something out. That was a game changer. And it's nice that it allows you to open it after 3.5 hours if you're in a rush or you just want to see it, or um, you can also practice patience. But there's a lot of times where like I've procrastinated and I just need to get the shit done, or I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see it. I get excited about this shit sometimes. All the time when you're opening. Hmm. Man, I hope this shirt comes out. This is one of those stubborn ones. Oh, that's gross. Yikes. More white. We're gonna get it done though. I feel like the shirt can get blotchy when it's also giving me trouble to get the dye in there, because like I said, it layers on top of itself. It's not going any further into the shirt. Even with the pariah, it'll fucking leave it blotchy on you. Oh, that is terrible. Alright, I think we're almost there. Maybe not. See, you'll get little shit like this that just pops out of nowhere, even when you think you're done and it's fully saturated. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to open this. Man, you're not the first one that's told, or I've seen that with my buddy Mikey Martelli. He came to one of those gatherings we were having, And that's exactly what he did. We ice dyed something, and he fucking wrapped that thing in a towel, slapped it on the ground, and like stomped on it. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Um, but I don't know what it did. Um, but yeah, I have seen that in person. You know him. He probably taught you. He's a maniac in the best way possible. Shit had me cracking up. We just spent a bunch of time making this thing, and he fucking hasn't even rinsed, dying off it, nothing. Ah, that makes sense. He's probably been to those at least. Yeah, I trust it. I can't do it now. You're saying do it right now? All right, all right, we're gonna do it. I guess it don't matter if there's fucking dye on the towel already. Yeah, let me turn this picture on so I can see I ain't playing. Dirty ass garage floor. All right, let's see. Oh, it's flat. Trust. Just fucking trust, man. Trust it all. Yeah, no, exactly. Ah, what's up, Hillary? Incognito. I like it. I like it. That word's so fun too. Alright, well, I'm gonna just splash a little purple over it, and maybe some lime. Put my black on, and then we'll be good. Alright, I did not set up a bottle of black. Sorry, I didn't set a black bottle up. Just take me half a second. Let's see. Watch it flows right in. Well, yeah, I guess the other shit did. And it looks like it, oh, maybe there's a little bit there, but let's see. I think the pariah method will get the rest of that, but it's just so it's like that throughout the whole shirt. It just, it must still have chemicals on it from the factory. That's the only thing I could think of. It's just crazy. Oh, this is a shirt someone sent me. Maybe I didn't wash it when I got it. I don't know, it's just, like I said, has been put away for months now. Ooh, damn, there's still a lot. I'm gonna have to open this fucker on live. Ugh, this looks like straight muck right now. Whatever, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. This is just the black that I'm putting on. Alright, we're gonna set that aside. Alright, let me grab these other shirts. I have to pee like a racehorse, man. Might have to take a 45-second intermission so I can get back in it, but do this one next. This one's going to take some concentration in the beginning. It's a double 6-point mandala, so there's one on top, one on bottom. The top one should be a tad bigger than the bottom one, just the way I laid it out. And then on the back, I folded it. What? Hey, what's up, Storm? Thanks for being here. Sorry, I got distracted by the comments. And then for the back, I folded it a couple times and then rolled it and then oscillated, I guess. I don't know if this is the word it should, but it went like a zigzag and I tied the nubs as I went down the shirt. All right, yeah, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Give me like 1 minute and I shall return. All right. God damn, it feels better. What's up, Cooper? Hi, buddy. Scissors. All Alright, so this is the double mandala shirt. Hello, how are you? And because I'm doing a rainbow on this shirt, I kind of want to really give some attention to the mandalas just so I can get the entire rainbow on both of them. And then I'll be a little more hectic out in these parts. I don't know which one's top, which one's the bottom. I guess it don't really matter if they both go and have full rainbows. Right. Oh, you guys gotta give me 1 minute. I gotta. Shit, I don't even know if I have that dye. Yeah, I gotta mix some amethyst, so I'm gonna be off to the right. It's gonna take me like 1 minute, and then I'll get the dye in this. I want to mix this up while this is going, so I can use it on the next shirt. Shit, man, I guess it's gonna be magenta. Alright. Well, I really love the color amethyst, Dharma's amethyst. And I've used dye spins, which is really pretty too. But I'm out of it. So we're gonna use magenta and huckleberry from dye spin, which is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a darker bright pink, if that makes any sense. Figured if I ran out of colors out here, just mix this shit on the fly, but it's coming in handy here. Almost there. And if you guys don't have a magnetic stir for your tie-dyes, I suggest you go grab one off Amazon. I think they're 20. I think there's ones that are 20 bucks. And there's also, oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. I'm gonna tap into that right now. But yeah, there's ones for 20 bucks and 30 bucks, and it's like a game changer for liquid dye. I used to mix it by hand, and yeah, so what the fuck was I saying? I don't even know. Not important enough. It'll come to me. No, I don't know about all that. Hardest player in the lab. I play, I don't work. That shit's stressful. I think I used too much dye. Magenta's always so thick. Alright, here we go. Thanks, y'all. Hopefully that's not too loud. All right. Oh, I think I might have a link in my dye mixing tutorial for the magnetic stirrers, for the ones that I use, and they're nothing special, they're just the cheap ones, but they get the job done, and I've had them for years. I'm gonna start with pink. Usually with my rainbows, yeah, it's a pretty one. I gotta re-up. Anybody see the new color by Grateful Dyes, Bonkers? I have. It's alright. It's not my favorite colors, so, but it's a cool dye. It's a really fucking cool dye, but I've only used it yeah, I've seen those work. You do one at a time. I got 3 of these fuckers. I'm trying to get this shit done. This mix and dye up. I just set them and go. But yeah, I've seen those. They're the ones with the fucking little heads at the bottom. Them ones you're talking about? Or are you talking about like a frother? Oh yeah, with my rainbows I usually start with yellow, but I think I'm gonna start with pink for this one. Or, well, I think it's gonna be different. I'm gonna start with blue because I want to get this tip out of the way. The tip of the mandala. And I think I'm gonna alternate colors in the center of each mandala. So I want to put green into this area, but the blue tip is right there. So in order to keep the green away from the blue, because I don't want to turn everything green, is I put a little line of red in between there. This way the blue and the pink mix prior into a purple. And I do that if I'm using yellow next to blue. I'll put the yellow down and then go over it with the pink, where the blue and the yellow meet. In this case, I did it in reverse, but I guess we'll go green on this one here. Pink and green contrast so good together. I don't know what it is about line pop, but it fucking has a hard time soaking into the fabric for whatever reason. Should I do blue or orange here? Oh, nice. How long do you stir each one with the blender? I used to do like for 5 minutes. I would blend my shit up. As once the dye powder was gone and I could see it visibly stirring, I used to take it off. But if I'm trying to use them right after, I try to blend them for like 15 minutes each. Because I was typically letting the shit sit overnight and letting the dye set up with the water properly, but I don't know that it's that important for it to sit overnight. Let's go, orange or blue right there. Let me know. I'm gonna pick for you. Alright, well, let's do yellow and orange. Sorry, I'm off camera here. What the fuck happened there? That's so loud. It's a tie-dye tied up. This is a, oh, maybe, no, maybe you already know that, being that it's psychedelic tie-dye. This is a double mandala, 6 points on each one, and one is larger than, the top one is bigger than the one on the bottom. Maybe you didn't know it was tie-dye, but I don't know how to assume. Let's see. And this is a reverse dye. This started as a black shirt, and then I discharged the black out of some areas. Some of the areas where it's tied up tight will keep the black and create contrast like this shirt. I guess I just have to assume everybody knows nothing and speak from that space. Yeah, here's one of the shirts I've made. And I'm not going to pull it off for your tapestry again. Is that noise terrible for y'all? Maybe you guys don't even hear it, but it's the dye mixing. If that's annoying, I'm going to have to shut it down. Shit, I need some more yellow in there. That's fine. Alright, sweet. So I like to try to finish these mandalas first before I get going on the whole shirt, because if I'm doing a large portion of the shirt, sometimes I just am flowing and I'll bring a color, and I want to make sure all the colors are on the mandalas. So if I was just letting it flow, there could be only 2 colors or 3 colors on the mandala because I went with a bigger spot. So now on this green spot here, I'll put some pink. There's some purple on top of that. And it's just very light coating because it's such a small section that I don't want to overload it with color. Alright, that's enough. I'm done with that now. Alright, so both the mandalas are done. I might layer some other colors as I'm going. See you later, Alex. Much love, my man. Thanks for being here. But for now, I'm not going to touch it. As I get closer to the end, I might add a little more purple somewhere, or just I might just add the black now. That's my last step typically with any shirt. And as I'm going, if I see like white fuzzies on the shirt, I'll go back and hit it, but for the most part, it's finished up. All right, so now I'm just gonna switch to my regular process. Cover up the orange. Okay. Let's see. Pink does really well over the orange. I like when them two combine. And also purple is nice over the orange as well. All right. So now I'm gonna go to my normal process. I needed to like stay a little more focused in that area. But now I'm gonna start, and I had to use every color pretty quickly behind each other. Yeah, anything you guys want. It's a co-creation here. I'm not just doing this by myself. Everyone's energy that's in the room is in there. It's a really beautiful thing. I really am excited to put a lot of more time and intention into this YouTube. It really just fucking fills my heart to share this with y'all. I am taking that as the most beautiful compliment ever. Thank you, love. No, she's a homie. She's fine. And trust me, I'd like to do everything like a 6-year-old. That'd be my goal. So bring that fucking inner child out all the time. And I got the I don't live through other people's perspectives anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate you standing up for me. Y'all are sweet. So this is the first layer that I'm putting down. So I'm always putting a lot of liquid in that first layer because it has to get to the center of the shirt. And as I add more colors on top of here, it'll push it deeper, deeper into the shirt. You would think it would just go on top of it and start mixing with it right away, but it doesn't. Yeah, I like did ice dye. Um, yeah, please do. Um, I would love to see it. I ice dyed for like the first 5 years of my tie-dye journey. That's all I did was ice dye. And then it was so nice to find liquid dyeing though, because it just gave me another thing to figure out and explore. And it was good to switch up to ice dyeing. I feel like ice dyeing's cleanup is so much more intense than liquid dyeing. But yeah, ice dyeing's the best. This tapestry here, I'll turn it around so you the tapestry again. This is the latest tapestry I just did. Operation Socks, rotate face back. Well, rotate your phone. Yeah, that's a nice dye I just did. I don't have the shirt I did with the new Grateful Dyes color. Yeah, I like to switch it up. And I don't know, a lot of the designs that I do with ice dyeing are, I don't want to say all the designs, but a lot of the designs are like rolls or they're inclines. They're not labor intensive like a reverse dye or the psychedelics are. They're very, you can flow with them pretty easy, the designs that I do. But that shibori fold is just the most meditative design to fold up. It's really fun and peaceful. Oh, no shit. Yeah, what are you draining your ice water into? The shit that's falling off the shirt. I gotta have like totes and shit down, and I just hated cleaning that stuff every time. And I'm heavy on my dye, so there's always like globs of dye everywhere. Oh, you got it right in your bathtub. That's smart. Smart, smart. Yeah, I've seen someone use like a utility sink and they just put their rack in there and let it go, which would be legit. And don't worry, I'll cover up the orange if that person's still in here in the chat. Yeah, I mean they're both kind of fucking messy any way you slice it, but it's I don't know. Once I get everything mixed up, and I guess in my studio I really didn't give a shit how dirty it got, so if it, a little bit splashed here, splashed there, it just stayed on the tapestry it went onto. Let's see. I love heavy pink rainbows. I don't know why. It just does it for me. And I feel like a lot of the pink gets covered up. I better start putting some blue on this motherfucker. I'm in Buffalo right now, and I wasn't in Buffalo up until like 3 4 months ago or whenever I got here, but um, I've only tried one snow dye before, and I just could never get the right amount of snow to get the results that I was trying to achieve. I bet you if I did it, a few times, I could probably understand it a little bit better. But with ice, I know exactly how much ice needs to go in there. Uh, I feel like I watered my colors down so much because I used way too much snow. But I'm sure you get the ratios down the more and more you use it. It snowed here last night. Not much, but and it was 70 last week. It's crazy how much this shit fluctuates over here. Maine or Buffalo? Probably both. Damn, we getting close. See, this one just took dye way better. Hillary, I seen a couple of the shirts, or maybe just one I could remember, um, that you collaborated with Alex. I think he said he did a few, but it came out super good. think it was a Grateful Dead bear, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh fuck. I'm not, my phone ain't dying, is it? Holy shit, I guess it is. Hang on 1 second, I'm gonna have to run down and grab my charger real quick. I was at 50%. I guess I didn't expect it to be drained that quick, but hold tight. Hold up, y'all. Got this charger. About to be back with y'all. Yo. Mm. Alright. Man, this is really... Man, when I get a rough shirt like that, it always flashes through my, but this one took dye beautifully. And I think that's a wrap. I think I'm gonna call it there. I gotta throw some purple down. So I'm just gonna do that really quick, and then well, I think the snow, if how I perceive it is that the snow, um, because you can get it all kind of on top of each other, it's all kind of melting and hitting the whole shirt um, evenly. Where ice, you got big chunks and the small chunks and all different sizes and shapes, and those drip in different places unevenly. Where if you do a layer of snow, you can kind of smooth it out and get it. Plus, there's not a lot of gaps between the snow and between the snow and where the ice, there'd be gaps and all sorts of shit. So I do not use alginate. I use urea, super clear, and Ludogol. That's the only thing I use for my magic water. And I have a video on how I make exactly what I use for dye, and I think how I mix my dyes on there too. It might be 2 different videos, but yeah. I know a lot of people do use it, but it's just too thick for me. I like my dyes a little more fluid than that. I tried it once and it was so fucking thick. I was just like, I didn't even use the dye, I don't think. Oh. All right, so now I'm just gonna add the black, and the shirt will be finished up. Aw, yeah, Raya's good. I think that's how we all started, is on YouTube. Caught the bug, or had the want to do it, and then instantly jump on YouTube and see what you can find. And then I found all the groups after YouTube. The shirt that got me inspired is a uh, Takafumi spiral. My buddy got it at a show, and um, fuck, I haven't seen tie like that ever. And I was like, wait, that's tie dye nowadays? He's like, yeah, man. And I fucking looked it up and seen all this crazy shit out there. And I needed shirts at the time, and I'm just an in general artist too. I just do a bunch of shit. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own shirts. And yeah, the rest is kind of history. I mean, there's a lot to the story, but they had a tie dye show at at level 42 Glass Gallery. Uh, RIP, they're no longer with us. Well, the building isn't, the owners are. But there was a tie dye show there with like all the fucking big names in tie dye. About 2 months into my journey, and Landon Bennett had come to the show because he was in it. And thank you so much. Y'all make me so fucking, my heart so full, truly. And yeah, so me and Landon kicked it a couple days after the show. He came over to the house, and uh, he had to tie like 15 shirts. So I just sat there and picked his fucking brain. All right, well, that's a wrap. Did I put the black on? I think I did. Yeah, I know I definitely did on the mandalas, but well, a little more won't hurt if I didn't. I think I did, though. All right, that's enough. Yeah, I'll open these tomorrow, and yeah, they're fucking so sweet. Y'all bring me peace and serenity of like being there to receive the info, knowledge, whatever you want to call it. Me and being able to share that is really just everything. All right, so now I think I got to get that magenta in a bottle. Take me 2 seconds, and then I gotta get wintergreen in a bottle too. And I'm gonna be making a whole bunch of videos. I'm gonna try to stay really consistent with it. I know it's what fills me up and feeds my heart, so like I need to really honor that to keep my well-being in tip-top shape. Yeah, it's a fine line. Once you get the hang of it, you know exactly how much liquid needs to be in there. And if you use the pariah method, a lot of that, if you don't have enough in there, that pariah will extend the dye and get into the spaces that are not saturated yet. All right, I gotta figure out how. I just have to dump this shit in the sink so that I can fill the wintergreen. Oh, I'm out of small bottles. All right, just give me a second. What's the time to eat?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were done or not. What do you want? Water? Soup? Or you want vegetable soup? Oh, sorry. Okay. Or you can have soup, or you can have two steakums.
Yeah, let's have more steak and possible.
It's vegetables.
Yeah, I know. All right, sorry about that. Let's see. There's everybody. Dinner's ready, so I'm gonna eat some fucking dinner, and I'm gonna come back and at least dye 2 more shirts on here. So, turn your notifications on. Yeah, I really enjoy just being there with the art. I mean, it's such a beautiful process, and there's a lot to learn about yourself while you're creating. And uh, yeah, there's a lot of freeing moments in it from the craziness of the fucking world. So um, I'm glad I get to share that with y'all. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun little journey on here. That it. Oh wait, did someone ask the question? Or are you asking the question, Hillary? You gotta know what that fucking is. Yeah, that's the pariah part. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right, you're just answering questions. Uh, yeah, no, I'm gonna be making a video on the pariah method just because it is in some of my videos, but you have to fucking know which, I don't even know what video it is. So you'd have to like search for it, and that's bullshit. No one wants to do that. So, um, yeah, anyways, I love y'all. Thanks for being here, and I will see y'all soon. Peace.